Hi mathematicians. In this video, we are going to talk about key words that relate to when you're using an inequality. I know that using a lot of words in math can seem frustrating sometimes, so you will be able to use this list on any quiz or test that you have in my class. So please be sure to write down everything that I give you. And please remember, and I know how hard this is, as long as you're trying, you are going to be okay. These are some of the most common ones that we use, and each of these words is more or less another way of saying greater than. So all these pretty much mean the same thing. Please pause the video and write down these three terms and then restart the video once you're ready to see more. Another word we use is the word above, which above typically means up. Over is another way of saying above. And the word exceeds. All of these words are another way of saying greater than. Please make sure that you have written down these words before you move on to the next. For the less than symbol, another way that we say less than is often fewer than and smaller than. Please make sure you have these written down if you need to pause the video. Another word we use for less than is below, which is the opposite of above, and under, which is the opposite of over. Greater than or equal to can be a little bit challenging because some of the terms can be a little bit confusing. One of those terms is at least, because the fact that this has the word that seems like it's related to something small would make you think that it's a less than, but that is not true. For example, at least 3 means that the smallest value possible is 3. That is the smallest value that is acceptable. But anything 3 or larger is okay. So any number that is 3 or greater will work for this inequality. Another expression is no less than. So because of the word less, sometimes again we think that it would be a less than, but it is not. So the no less than means that it cannot be numbers that are less, but instead numbers that are 5 or greater. Another word we use is minimum, which means the smallest value it could be. For example, a minimum of 8 means 8 is the smallest value, but it can be anything larger than 8. Less than or equal to can also have some expressions that are a little bit hard, but it's okay. We can do this. One of the expressions is at most, which is the opposite of at least. For example, at most 6 means the biggest number it can be is 6. That is the most it can be, which means it could be any number that is 6 or less than 6. Because the most it can be is 6. Another one is no more than. Because it has the word more, you might think it would be a greater than symbol, but it's not, because it says no more. So it could be 8, but no more than 8. So we can't go higher. Instead, it would be 8 or any number that is less. We also use the word maximum, which is the opposite of minimum. So that means a maximum of 10 could be 10 or any number below 10, but no more, because 10 is the maximum. Another word that means the same thing as maximum is the term up to. So in this case, it can be 80, but that is the highest it can go. Up to means can't be greater than 80, but it can be values that are smaller than 80. Please make sure that you've written down all these keywords and examples. Pause or replay the video if you need to, because you will need these terms for your next activity.